prices. Visit Coastal today or find us online at coastalcountry.com.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting.
I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
We're back. Happy Thursday, 25th day of May, 2023. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. You look behind me, you see, ooh, the clouds. They look kind of ominous, but they're not going to be sticking around very long. Looks to be a very nice, pleasant spring day. We've had a very great stretch of weather. I mean, almost perfect spring weather. A couple of pop-up thunderstorms here and there, mostly to the north of us. They've kind of avoided us. They sometimes looked pretty bad, but it never really has panned out, at least here in the Wenatchee Valley, and that's probably going to be the case right through Memorial Day weekend. It's a good-looking forecast. We'll have those for you in detail in the not-too-distant future. For the first time since opening day, the Mariners are above 500. It helps when you play the Oakland Athletics, who quite frankly stink. They crushed them last night, 6-1. It wasn't even that close. Highlights of that. And they wrapped up day two and the final of the state boys and girls golf tournament. All over the state, we'll let you know how the local Duffers did, including a state champion from Chelan. We'll have that when we get to sports. Everything else that you're used to in the back half of the program, we have an opinion from my Mad Dog Minotti. We always do. It's Thursday. Pause for pets. Juno, the cat, and a number of kittens needs homes. We'll check in with our friends at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and we're going to play the interview I did with Kelly Kennedy from the Let's Have a Blast 4th of July committee. She kind of runs the thing as they continue to fundraise to make sure that the big party at Walla Walla Point Park on July the 4th, which also, by the way, is also Independence Day. Kind of funny how that works out. We want to make sure that the fireworks display and all the festivities come off without a hitch, and money helps with that. Kelly will be my guest in the back half of the program. 55 degrees under fairly cloudy skies at 2 minutes after the hour. Let's begin our festivities with our tour around north central Washington. We're going to show you some familiar cameras with some different angles this morning. Not that one, of course. That's the Wenatchee Heights camera. And the clouds are kind of, and this was in the forecast. They're kind of there. But there's no rain that I can see anywhere going on right now, except a little bit out in the basin, we're told. It's raining lightly in Quincy, Moses Lake, and Ephrata, but not here in the Wenatchee Valley. And again, those clouds look like they want to drop some rain on us, but I don't think that's going to happen. Although we still have a slight chance of showers. That would be later on this afternoon. Camera 2 is going to take us up to Greens Knob. Good morning, Lake Chelan. That place will be quite hopping as the people begin to roll in to Lake Chelan for Memorial Day weekend. The lake is full, ready to go, but the water is cold. It's essentially melted snow, so it is chilly. The lake is chilly. It'll be nice and warm or warmer anyway, by July and August, but not right now, although it's not going to keep people from heading out onto the lake. That's what it's there for, the Greens Knob camera. The Stein Hill camera is pointed, I believe, almost due, I want to say, south. That's the Stein camera. If we turn it around, I think we'd be seeing quite a bit of Cashmere, but I think we have it pointed towards the enchantments there in the Leavenworth area. I'm not 100% sure. That's a great view there. Still snow up there. That's from the very tip top of Stein Hill, overlooking Cashmere. And up to Stamen Flats we go. On the way up to Lake Chelan, that is the Columbia River that you see down there in a rather sizable swath of Douglas County. A good view there from our Stamen Flats camera. The river is high and the river is cold, But with the warm weather for the weekend, people will be drawn to the water for sure. Just use a little common sense, as simple as that. Now, as far as afternoon thunderstorms, each day here in the Wenatchee Valley, it's been threatening, but it hasn't happened. Some locations in our viewing area to the north of us and to the east of us have had some pop-up thunderstorms and some rain. We have not had that here in the Wenatchee Valley, but if you're going to be out camping, and a lot of people go camping this time of the year, especially for this weekend, yeah, especially late in the afternoon each day through Sunday in the Cascades and to the north of us, the Omak, Okanagan, Medhow area, Mazama, Twisp, you could get a pop-up thunderstorm late in the afternoon each day through Sunday. For our area, the best chance of a pop-up thunderstorm is probably going to be around Friday night. Friday night, probably. But I think we're going to miss out on the thunderstorms. Doesn't mean we're going to get not going to get a little bit of light rain, but just keep an eye on the sky and be cool. All right, from the National Weather Service, I love it when I can do this. This is just about perfect spring weather. Yesterday's high was 74, and that only happened at about 1:30 in the afternoon. Normally the afternoon high is about in the 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock hour. We topped off at 74 at 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Never got warmer than that, but we'll be warmer than that today with 581. Since it's 55, we're off to a warmer start anyway. Partly cloudy tonight, 56 for the overnight low. Sunshine pretty much all day on Friday with a high of 83. There's a big ridge of high pressure off the Pacific Ocean, and we're right at the edge of that dome of high pressure, which is why we're looking good. Saturday looks good, sunshine, a little windy at times. Friday night into Saturday, high of 83. Sunday, we top off at 86, a little bit warmer still on Memorial Day with a high of 87. And we were supposed to have a cool down, upper 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. That was the original prediction yesterday at this time. Now they say no. More sunny, warm conditions with highs in the mid-80s. That's a good looking forecast. And again, although it looks kind of ominous with the clouds right now, they will thin out and depart as this day progresses, and we'll have quite a bit of sunshine by about 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. It is 6 minutes after the hour. Grab your cup of coffee. You got 2 minutes to do so. Then come right back and visit me. I'll have your news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Hurry in and save up to $200 on a set of 4 tires, plus get an extra $50 off with financing. Les Schwab Tires.
Quite a bit of cloud cover. They'll be thinning out. We'll see some sunshine today, upper 70s, and hovering right around 82, 83, 84 with lots of sunshine and a little bit of wind starting tomorrow and lasting all the way through. They tell us now the early part of next week. It's 8 minutes after the hour. A packed Wenatchee School Board meeting. The conference room heard from nearly 30 speakers about the importance of inclusive literature at Tuesday night's meeting. The speakers ranged from parents to educators to former students. They were prompted to speak out after two people circulated a post on social media calling for parents to attend the meeting to fight against, quote, explicit books in district libraries, end quote. All public comments at the meeting were made in support of inclusive literature, specifically pertaining to LGBTQ themes. And the pair that began the campaign to fight against books decided not to speak at the meeting. They were there, but they decided not to speak. They also declined to be filmed for an interview, and they asked us not to name who they are. Here's what some of the speakers had to say.
I'm here today in response to the recent call to action posted on social media channels via a document titled Stop the Indoctrination of Our Children. I am here to tell you that I am very much in favor of having a library catalog and further a school system that is inclusive to all children.
Young adult literature discussing LGBTQ+ topics is not explicit simply because it upsets, confuses, or does not align with an individual's personal value system. Book banning never, ever goes well.
A parent who is afraid of a book is afraid of their ideas and the value of their ideas. If you are secure in your ideas, you will talk to your children about the views that they are experiencing in school and in books. It really takes a lot of cowardice to want books to be banned from the schools.
I am certain I would not be alive if I didn't transition. Queer books save queer kids, they don't make straight kids gay.
But I want to say that I heavily support schools, education, libraries being inclusive and reflective of our community in its entirety. I want books with gay topics, books with disabled heroines, books with narratives about different cultures, communities, books about World War I, horses, baseball. I want it all. I want it in the library.
For me, I'm a lesbian. I've been married 16 years now. I didn't have the resources here. Like, there was no books. There was no one to talk to. And I am the statistic that these people talk about because I spent the majority of my life wanting to die. And I didn't have even a language. No one taught me that. And when I saw this, it was shocking to me because we have lived outside of the school district and we came back. That's how good the school district is. I have children that are not white, and I just have felt they have been so affirmed here and so supported. And I rave about the school district, and I am begging you to let my child that remains feel and be represented. And this happens by books. And I just wonder how my life would have been different sometimes if I had access to that.
Somebody, vandals anyway, ripped the banner for the upcoming Wenatchee Pride Festival, ripped it in half. It's the second time it's happened in a week. Organizers discovered the damage on Tuesday. The banner was planted on the grounds of Memorial Park. That's the site of the upcoming festival for June 3rd. The festival, still a go, by the way. There'll be live music acts, food vendors, speakers, and more. Starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 3rd. The event managers say they won't be daunted, and they asked the Wenatchee community to continue to support its LGBTQ members. The banner was quickly fixed and put right back into place. The Eastmont School District is shifting some administrators and welcoming some new administrators to the district, including former Leavenworth School Administrator Aliyah Alima-Daly. He's going to assume the role of Eastmont Junior High principal. He was previously the principal at Cascade High School. He left Cascade last year to take a post in the Olympia School District. Now he's coming back to our area. Katie Tucker, who's now the assistant principal at Sterling Junior High, will become the district's director of special education. The new principal at Cascade Elementary School is Trevor Summers, who previously served similar roles in Warden and in Arlington, and he'll replace Cascade principal Kim Browning. Kim Browning's been selected as the executive director of learning and teaching for the Eastmont School District. Congressman Dan Newhouse is putting together a task force to talk about the fentanyl crisis, and there are a number of local people who are going to be on that task force. Sergeant Chris Foreman with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. He was one member of the task force whose creation was announced yesterday. Foreman previously headed the Columbia River Drug Task Force. He's currently president of the Washington State Narcotics Investigators Association. He'll be joined by Anna Johnson. She's the program manager for Chelan County's Behavioral Health Unit. that steps in to help individuals in crisis. And Chief Kevin Fuhrer of the Moses Lake Police Department will also have a seat at the table alongside 17 other members from around the 4th Congressional District. The $3.7 million Lincoln Park renovation project, pretty much done deal. They had the ribbon cutting ceremony the other day. The splash pad has been built, but they're still waiting for the permits before they can open that up. The 22-acre park has been in the city's portfolio since 1958. Its aging facilities badly needed an update, and they got them. At the official reopening on Tuesday, the city unveiled new elements, including a soccer and lacrosse field, improved restrooms, a pump track, a brand new stage, and new playground equipment.
I'm really thankful that finally we got this project done. Lincoln Park, everybody was anxious to play, to get on it, to start riding and playing around. I'm really happy and thanking all the entities that helped put in to fund this program and get this park going. It's a pleasure, it's an honor, and I feel privileged representing this district, this park right here where you're standing.
Now you're in the loop of what's going on here on this Thursday, and if you're interested in keeping on, check out the news with Grant and Eric at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. That's on TV, 5, 6, and 10. It's also available on the World Wide Web, on our Facebook page, on our homepage, ncwlife.com, and on our YouTube page. And if you have a news tip, feel free to reach out. You know what to do. In 2 minutes, the Mariners, for the first time since opening day, are above 500. They kicked Oakland's rear end all over the place. Highlights is 2 minutes away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Looks like our surgery patient is feeling better today.
Yep, I didn't need any oxy today. I thought I'd do a little surgery on the drain.
Huh. Do you need your pain pills anymore?
No.
Well, we should get them out of the house. There are places to drop them off.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I can do that right now.
And I will look at the drain.
Prevent opioid misuse. Find safe medication return options near you at med-project.org.
The newest generation of GMC Sierra pickups offer the most advanced technology, the strongest selection of powertrain, and everything else you need to work hard, play hard, and explore the boundaries of the Wenatchee Valley and beyond. Take a look at the latest, most luxurious and durable trucks on the market.
You will see why GMC is not your grandfather's pickup.
You want to bet, kid?
Just about 18 minutes after the hour. What do you do when you're not playing very good baseball? You schedule the Oakland Athletics, and the Mariners are playing good baseball. It helps when you play the Oakland Athletics. 6-1 the final last night. Seattle scoring all of the runs that they need in a 5-run fourth inning to help young Bryce Miller pick up his third Major League victory on the mound.
Mariners trying to take the lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Line left field. This is a fair ball to the base of the fence. Calrali in to score. Caballero right behind him. Sam Haggerty. He plugs a double into left field. The Mariners lead it 2-0. 3-1 to Crawford. Into center, dropping down for a base hit. Pollock scores. Haggerty held at third. J.P. Crawford drives home a run in the fourth inning. It's a 3-0 Mariners lead. Crawford at first, Haggerty at third. One out. The pitch to Julio. Into base hit. Haggerty scores. Crawford into second. And the runs keep on coming for the Mariners. 4-0. And he does. It walks in a run. 5-0 Mariners.
That's your guy right there.
Teoscar out to left center. Watch out of the pen. Number 9 stretches the Mariners' lead.
The longest such streak by an A's team over the last 44 years, Aaron.
Crawford, little flip. Wong to first, and that'll do it.
Manager Scott Service is trying to find a nickname for his star pitcher. He was good. He allowed just 2 hits over 6 innings.
Really good pitching again. Big Tex. I don't know what the nickname's going to be for Bryce Miller. It's Miller time, whatever you want to call it. But again, outstanding job tonight. Didn't think it was really quite his sharpest or the best stuff we've seen him have since he's been in the big leagues. But you know, that fastball, it works. It works at the top of the zone. You know, certainly Oakland had seen him before. They knew what to expect, and they still weren't able to get on him. You know, he gives up a couple hits tonight, and that was it. Really impressive again. Just an unbelievable start to his major league career, and we're enjoying watching it play out here every 5th day. So, you know, offensively tonight, I thought we did some really good things early in the game. Made him throw a ton of pitches. I think they threw close to 100 pitches through the first 4 innings. But, you know, took some big hits there, running scoring position. Haggerty got to redeem himself. The first time with the base loaded didn't go so well. Second time, you know, much better. Big double down in the corner, kind of get that inning going. And then nice to see Teoscar get one tonight, too. So, again, 3 in a row. It's hard to sweep anybody in a 4-game series, but got some momentum going. Need to go out tomorrow, shut him down early, and get on the scoreboard again.
Mariners go for the sweep of the 4-game series tonight, 6:40 on Root Sports Northwest. By the way, Logan Gilbert will get the nod. To the Les Schwab scoreboard of the American League West, Texas scored 3 runs in the first inning, and it held up. They beat Pittsburgh 3-2. A special note for Pirates fan and our friend, Storm Joel Norman. Johan Oviedo pitched an immaculate inning for the Pirates. He struck out 3 batters on 9 pitches. Adrian Hauser and 3 relievers combined in a 4-hit shutout from Milwaukee. The Brewers blanking Houston 4-zip. The Astros have now gone 19 straight innings going back to Monday without scoring a run. And Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani each hit their 12th home runs of the season. LA beats Boston 7-3. All right, local sports. Congratulations to that guy, Carson Clinton. He's a freshman at Chelan High School, a freshman, and he just won the State 1A Boys Golf Championship. He followed his first round 74 with a 270 to finish 2 shots in the clear for the state championship. According to his coach, Carson had just 4 bogeys and 2 birdies and then 30 pars over 2 days of golf. Congratulations to Carson Clinton. He's the state champion. Seattle Academy, by the way, took the 1A team title, followed by Cascade Christian and Bear Creek School. Eastmont's Cal Anderson tied for 9th at the state 4A tournament at Qualshawn in Spokane. Anderson finished +4 for the tournament. Eastmont's Andy Hobson tied for 46th. Wenatchee's Jackson Bishop finished tied for 53rd. Ephrata's Kenji Pickerel tied for 14th in the state 2A boys tournament at Liberty Lake. His teammates, Carter Burns and Max Hewart, each tied for 26th. Ephrata finishes 6th as a team behind the champion, Burlington Edison. Jamie Dwight followed up her first round 80 with a 78 Wednesday. That means she took 8th in the state 2A girls tournament at Meadowood. Seaholm, by the way, took the team title. Omax Hallie Richter improved on her first round score. She ended up 6th in the state 1A girls tournament at Riverside. Teammate Kinsey Kristoff placed 18th to help Omac finish 5th as a team. Forest Ridge wins the championship. And not to be overlooked is Manson's Wyatt Winters. Wyatt carded the best score of the second round of the state 1B, 2B tournament at Tumwater. He shot a 75, finished tied for 2nd. Orville's Will Moreau was 21st. Upper Columbia Academy took the team title. The state softball tournament scheduled to begin today in the Tri-Cities. Cashmere takes on Natchez Valley in the first round today at 3 o'clock in the state 1A tournament at Columbia Playfield. Win, and the Bulldogs take on Montesano tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If they lose, they're done. And the rest of our local teams in state softball, baseball, track, and tennis will get going today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this 25th day of Thursday. It's 24 minutes after the hour. I could have chosen National Brown Bag Day. I didn't. It's National Tap Dance Day. I can't. It's National Towel Day for you people who have ever read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You know what I'm talking about. But today, we celebrate wine. One of the oldest known alcoholic beverages ever. Goes back about 8,000 years. Wine does. And wouldn't you know, I have fun facts about wine. An older wine, when you smell it, that's called the bouquet. A younger wine has an aroma. So young wine, aroma, old wine, bouquet. Like that means anything to me. They talk about antioxidants in wine. That's why it's kind of good for you, because it's got a lot of antioxidants. If you really want antioxidants in your beverage, drink soy sauce. Wine has only 1/10 of the amount of antioxidants as soy sauce does. That's why I always enjoy a nice tall glass of soy sauce with my evening meal. Consumption, California #1, Florida #2, New York #3 in the consumption of wine in this country. Wine has been produced in France since the ancient Roman times. Not all wines improve with age. That's a fallacy. Not all wines improve with age. Grapes for dark red wines grow in warm climates. For white wines and lighter colored grapes, they prefer cooler climates. A lot of historians believe that part of the reason that the Roman Empire fell is that they poisoned themselves with their own wine. They would boil their wine to make it sweeter in big vats that were made and lined with lead. So they were drinking wine and poisoning themselves at the same time. Not a good idea. And the country, if you will, that drinks the most wine per capita, 74 liters of wine per person per year, Vatican City. Apparently the Cardinals in Vatican City like their vino. Happy Wine Day today, but none for me. I'm working. We talked about this last week as we go today in history. In May of 1649, Oliver Cromwell and the rest of them, they went ahead and executed Charles I, the king. And for 11 years, there was no monarchy in Great Britain, Ireland, and Scotland. They decided we can see if we can self-rule ourselves. That lasted 11 years until this date in 1660, when they invited Charles II, who was the son of Charles I, who got his head cut off. The Parliament actually invited him to come back. The Parliament said, hey, Chuck, Parliament here, you know, this whole self-rule, don't need a king or queen no more. We're not digging it. Why don't you come back to work? So he did. And the restoration of the British monarchy began 11 years after they ditched it. You had your chance, Great Britain. How would you like to be at your lot in life by no other virtue other than birth? No other qualifications, good, bad, or otherwise. That's how you get to be royalty. Oh, well. Athletic history was made on this date in 1935 at the Big Ten Track and Field Championships in Ann Arbor, Michigan. In the span of 45 minutes, Jesse Owens sets 3 world records and ties a 4th. Wasn't he tired? In 45 minutes, he sets 3 world records and tied a 4th. His world record for the long jump would last for 25 years. A remarkable athletic achievement for Jesse Owens on this date 88 years ago today. 62 years ago today, before a joint session of Congress, President John F. Kennedy said, we're going to the moon. By the end of the decade, we want to put a man on the moon, and more importantly, we want to bring him back. I mean, he could have said, we just want to put a man on the moon and leave it there. But no, they said, we're going to take him, we're going to do this by the end of the 60s. We're going to put a man on the moon, and then he's going to come back to Earth. And by golly, we did it. JFK set that audacious goal that we accomplished on this date in 1961. Happy 46th birthday to Star Wars. That's the original ad for opening night of Star Wars from the New York Times, May 25th, 1977. Nice ad. Opens today all over Midtown Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island. It's going to be a really big movie, Star Wars, now called, of course, Episode 4, A New Hope. But look at the close-up of Luke and Leia. No. I don't know what the artist was thinking. Did they not give them a photo? They don't look anything like Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill. Nothing like them at all. Anyway, happy birthday to Star Wars. By the way, who is the only actor in all of the Star Wars movies that they've made so far? Only one actor has been nominated for an Academy Award for acting. Alec Guinness for the first movie. That's it. Star Wars is 46 years old today. Could not get enough of that movie. Friday, May 25th, 1979, the first day of the three-day Memorial Day weekend, a plane that was jam-packed. American Airlines Flight 191 takes off from O'Hare Airport in Chicago. The flight lasted about 50 seconds. Here's the NBC Nightly News from May 25th, 1979.
Good evening. 270 persons were killed this afternoon when an American Airlines jumbo jet crashed just minutes after takeoff from Chicago's O'Hare Airport. It was the worst U.S. air disaster, almost doubling the toll from a Pacific Southwest Airlines crash in San Diego exactly 8 months ago. The DC-10, Flight 191, was bound nonstop to Los Angeles. According to witnesses, the plane lost an engine just moments after takeoff. An American Airlines spokesman said preliminary investigation indicated the left engine malfunctioned. Witnesses said the engine dropped to the ground and exploded into flames as the plane began to roll over in the air. It crashed belly up. Much of the debris fell on some trailer parks near the runway's edge at Elk Grove Township. Some injuries were reported there. Area hospitals had been alerted to receive casualties, but later were told to cancel the alert. There were no survivors. All 270 persons aboard were killed. O'Hare, the nation's busiest airport, was shut down briefly, but some runways later reopened. Departing flights were delayed up to an hour.
The left engine came off the wing during takeoff. Came completely off the wing, flipped over the top of the left wing, tore open a 3-foot gash in the front of the wing, and all the hydraulic fluids that could control the airplane drained out. Two other items about this airplane crash. Back in the day, in 1979, they had closed-circuit television, so the people sitting in the airplane on the screen could actually watch the pilot and the co-pilot do their thing during takeoff, so they actually saw the thing on closed-circuit television. Can't imagine what that must have been like. 273 people died. It remains, to this day, the deadliest airplane crash in this country's history. Birthdays at 31 minutes after the hour. Happy birthday to Miss Piggy, Cookie Monster, Fozzie Bear, Bert, Grover, and Yoda, all played and voiced by the great puppeteer Frank Oz, who then dabbled in movie directing as well. Frank Oz, born in England, has been here for quite some time. Frank Oz is 79 years old today. Speaking of Star Wars, of course, Yoda. And Mike Myers, who finally went back to work. He didn't do anything for about 7 or 8 years. Everybody's going, what happened to Mike Myers? Of course, Saturday Night Live, Wayne's World, Austin Powers, Shrek. Mike Myers is 60 years old today. Happy birthday to Mike. Still a funny guy. 32 minutes after the hour, an opinion from Mike Mad Dog McDowney. We check in with Kelly Kennedy from the Let's Have a Blast 4th of July committee as they continue their fundraising efforts. But first things first, pause for pets. Juno the cat and a whole bunch of kittens need homes.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. I'm an animal care associate here, and sometimes I get to play with kittens and cats. This here is our pet of the week, Juno. She's a 9-month-old little girl, and she's just the sweetest. You can't hear right now, but she's purring on me, and she's looking for a home. She's young and spunky, but also cuddly, and we think that there's a great home out there for her. We also have a lot of kittens that we will we'll show you as well. So it's kitten season, and we have so many. We are getting more and more in every day. Right now we have something like 90 out in foster care, which is quite a lot. So the more homes we can find for these guys, forever homes, the better. That all of our kittens come spayed or neutered with all their vaccinations up to date and microchipped, so you don't have to worry about anything when you adopt here. So if you're interested in coming to visit any of these little guys or the pet of the week, you can feel free to come by Thursday through Tuesday, 10 to 6. We're closed for quiet hour between 1:30 and 2:30.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
In 1963, Coastal opened its doors. 60 years later, we have you to thank for our continued success, and we're still proud to be just what your country needs.
Today, you'll find everything from pants and boots to fencing, feed, and more. With service from friendly, knowledgeable employees who live the country lifestyle, like you. Join the celebration. Stop by, scan the QR code, or enter online to win big prizes. Visit Coastal today or find us online at coastalcountry.com.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
The Clearwater Saloon and Casino has the best Vegas-style games in East Wenatchee. Come enjoy yourself and discover the nightly action. Win big and meet new friends at the Clearwater Saloon and Casino.
This is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, I did an opinion piece here that was played on Wake Up Wenatchee, Dan Kuntz's show, that criticized ads for investment opportunities, and I mentioned that what I felt was the nonsense of running such an ad on the local radio station, KPQ. Now, Rosie, my wife, heard this, and she said, "Oh, you're going to get in trouble." And I said, "With who, KPQ?" I said, "What's KPQ going to do? They're going to send Dave Bernstein to come beat me up?" Hey, Rosie laughed, and I laughed, and that was the end of it. Well, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and that's my opinion. I mean, I think that's the end of it. You don't think they'll really do that, do you?
You are ready to earn your BSN degree, and we know you need a special place to take the next step in your career. You are an engaged learner who needs modern labs and equipment, hands-on support, and small class sizes. You're a busy adventurer who needs trees, mountains, rivers, and trails. As a learner, as a future RN, as an adventurer, find it in the BSN program at Wenatchee Valley College.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
I chose a career at Confluence South because I wanted to help people, and I knew there would be opportunities for growth. I started as a medical assistant, but quickly advanced in my career. I received 5 promotions in only 7 years, 3 of those in management roles. Most organizations don't offer that type of growth. Now, as a career pathway coordinator, I let everyone know. Come join Confluence South. Come grow with us.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Comfortable. We have more to choose from down here. I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back to the program. It's never too early to start thinking about our nation's birthday, which is coming up on July 4th, I believe. Coincidentally, July 4th is also this year Independence Day. That works out great, doesn't it? Kelly Kennedy's fund organization Impact Events is once again spearheading the event for yet another year. They can't seem to get you out of that, Kelly.
I'm trying. It's been 8 years.
It's been 8 years.
Anybody want it?
And before we go any further, Malachi, thank you again from the Salcedo Group of Companies. Once again, the main sponsor. He's been doing this for years. I interviewed Malachi.
Yeah.
And I asked him, why do you do it? And he goes, it's the right thing to do. We love Wenatchee, and we want to keep this tradition going with the fireworks and the party and the wing ding while Walla Point Park. So before we go any further, thank you to Malachi Salcedo for doing that.
Yes, absolutely. Love working with their team. I love working with Malachi. And then they have a new social media person, Rachel Thrapp. So that's been fun to work with her. She's actually teaching me because I'm not really good at social media.
Well, it's an age thing. Neither am I.
It is an age thing.
It's that time of the year again. We talk about this every time with Kelly. If we build up a big enough kitty, and I believe it's the is it the Community Foundation or Central Washington handles the money?
Yeah, NCW. Yep,
Okay.
Community Foundation.
If we get enough in the kitty, we never have to do this again because it makes enough between investments and interest and
Right.
stuff. It just rolls over year after
Yeah.
year after year, and it's a self-funding, self-perpetuating deal.
It did that in 2015 and
Right.
2016, but no, it has slowly declined and been harder to get funds since.
So let's get
Yeah.
funds.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and the number one expense, not surprisingly, is the fireworks.
Yes. They've gone up. They're about $30,000 now.
Okay.
Everything's gone up since the lockdown. Yeah.
But you were able to lock her down
Yep.
to do it.
We do have it. Yep.
Yep. And that's the other thing people need to remember, because it's the Independence Day. All the professional licensed and bonded fireworks people, like Ms. Boggs, are in a high demand.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to book them
Early, very early,
like
6
a year in
months.
advance,
Yeah, almost a year. Yeah, so luckily we've been using the same fireworks company for the past 8 years, so they always keep us on their schedule. And we were in a contract with them for 5 years at no contract rate increase. So next year it starts up where everybody else is paying the high prices, we will be paying those high prices.
But as you mentioned, they're great people to work with,
Yeah.
and it's also to be pointed out they have to be somewhat flexible. Last year they had to move.
Yeah.
They couldn't go out in the spit.
Yeah,
because of the
and we're
water.
still, this year might be the same thing because the snow is still up there. So it's about June 15th when we know if the water will be over the island or not. And they'll do it, they're fine, but it is harder. It's more work. It takes up some of the parking lot. There's more sand, there's more cost. It is harder to do, but they do it.
They do it.
They do.
Let's. The community fundraising is underway. Is the flag going to be back again?
Yes, we're going to do the community flag. Yep,
Okay.
I'm hoping to hang it up in Pybus again. And I probably won't be there every week like I was last year. It's a lot of hours. But we'll have a jar at the information counter, a QR code that you can go up and go ahead and make a donation on the website. And then we will create stars and put it on there every week. So you can see your name on that if you're interested in that, which is pretty fun.
It is pretty fun,
Yeah.
and you'll notice some names that you'll recognize, I'm sure, on
Yeah,
that thing.
I think we raised about $3,000 last year. Love to raise 10.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, and Lily over at Bear Science Graphics, it was her idea, and they created it for us for free, the flag, and yeah, they're really great to work with.
Some people, like Miss Boggs, is being paid because she's a professional fireworks person. You have to have that. A lot of people are just donating
Yeah,
their time
they are.
to make this happen.
Yeah, we have so many in-kind sponsorships and a lot of volunteers. A few of us are paid, but the expenses, there's still so much. A lot of it also goes to just the structure of hosting thousands of people. And that's what people don't really understand. And nor do they not understand that they can't meet there without that structure. Yeah.
And it's free. It's not real easy to charge admission to these things at Walla Walla Point Park. It's a big park. Where are you going to put a fence up?
Yeah. I've asked.
But they said no, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah, it can't happen at that park.
Who pays for the security, like the police overtime and stuff like that? Is that coming out of your budget?
Comes out of my budget.
Okay.
Yeah, all of it now. Yeah, when the city did it, there were things that they didn't need to pay for. We don't have to pay for like the cones and the those kind of things, but no, we pay for everything. Yeah, it adds up really quickly. We're about at 100,000, 106,000 today. So the prices have really gone up.
Which is where you people come in. Talk about your little Kirkland signature. I've seen this before. This reminds me of Night in a Box.
Yes, it is. I love these mixed nuts from Costco, and I'm an upcycler. I love to recycle everything I can, keep those garbage fills empty. So I have these little boxes around town in different businesses. You can just put your change in there, put a 5-spot, $20. We've got those going on. We've got the QR code out everywhere where you can make a donation directly on the website.
Oh, that simplifies things.
I do need to put a hole on the top.
I was going to say. Won't work that way.
Yes, so hopefully we're at some of the events, coming up as well, but we really do. If everyone just gives $5 a family or $1 a piece, we could pay for this every year without having to go and depend on our businesses, because they're struggling too. So this year is a slower year definitely for getting corporate sponsors. City of Wenatchee, City of East Wenatchee have put in like always. I'm so grateful for them. Kashmir Valley Bank, McDonald's, people are putting in, but it's not as much. The first couple of years definitely was very easy because they wanted the fireworks back. But if we don't do it, they will be gone. And of course, the fireworks, having them over the river and professionally done with our fire and police close at hand, we don't have any fires. So that's also really important to remember that you're keeping your valley safe from fire.
It should be pointed out that the city of Wenatchee just did it for years. They just did it. They budgeted for it, but everybody thought it's kind of silly. I mean, it's the Wenatchee Valley.
Yeah.
And they didn't pull the plug out of spite. They just thought this doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't make any sense because they lose money on it.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have it for a couple of years. Is that right?
It was 1 year, and when I was asked to do it, I did some research, and in other communities, the people pay for it, not to attend, but by donations. It's not the city or or corporations. It's the people of the community that give to it. So that's what we need to be doing.
The city of East Wenatchee and the city of Wenatchee are still contributing to the kitty.
Yes.
But Kelly's organization has to do the nuts and the bolts. You mentioned some of the other. I want to mention these: Wenatchee Valley Medical Group, the PUD, Kashmir Valley Bank. I think you mentioned them. Our parent company, Local Tel, wrote a check. People's Bank. They're all chipping in. But more corporate sponsors is really what you need.
We do need more. Yeah, we're about $40,000 under right now, which I have faith that we'll have it. But yeah, it would be great if I could stop knocking on doors and actually work on the logistics.
Which it is of itself is a whole nother deal.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's good. We've had the same team for 8 years. I love working with our committee, and it's just they're all very good at what they do. And but there's still just a lot of little logistics. Again, housing thousands of people. I don't know the number. I've heard 15,000, but I'm not sure if that's correct.
I would say about 10
in the park is for them to be safe. Everyone to be safe, have a great time, be able to see everything and hear everything. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, but it is really fun, and it is a rewarding event to see all the families there.
And there is no place better to watch the fireworks than there at the park.
Yeah,
because you can feel the reverberations of the fireworks exploding.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You can't get that if you park your car up on the hills and watch the fireworks.
I've done both.
Yeah.
Yeah, park at Parvis or park at Pybus and walk down. You don't have to be in the parking mess. You can bike in.
So what's coming back this year that's been with these continuous Wenatchee Valley 4th get-togethers? What's different? What's new? What's coming back? What isn't coming back? That kind of deal.
Yeah, this year it is on a Wednesday, so it will be shorter. So we're starting, I think, the program around 4 or 5, and we've got 3 bands. A new band this year is the Trampolines, and so I met these guys. Yeah, they just moved back to the Valley, and they perform for money, and then that money goes back into missionary work. So they go all around the world, touring, feeding, hosting camps. It's pretty amazing. But if you look them up on on Facebook, The Trampolines. They do some really, some pretty amazing, fun, active events, but we have very limited stage space for them, so I told them, I'm sorry, you gotta have to hold still. So we have them first, kicking it off at 5, and then Pre-Funk. We all love the Pre-Funk. They're awesome. They're local. And then our own Wenatchee Big Band will play for the fireworks and the national anthem.
So that's different because there's been the symphony too in years past. It's
yes.
been kind of a little bit of both.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we need more money to bring the symphony back, unfortunately.
Yeah, well,
it's not coming in next year.
It's more people and it's more complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
That makes perfect sense.
But we have food vendors coming in. They're always very excited. We've got craft vendors. And then, just to come down and play at the park. It's just a really fun day. Yeah,
So
I'm hoping the weather's good.
If you're a business and you want a Kirkland mixed nut thing from Kelly's Pantry, how much nuts does the Kennedy family eat to have to get through all of this?
I eat a lot of nuts. They're good for you.
Yeah, they are. If you're a business out there and you want to say, I'll take one of these, I'll put it on my counter, and Kelly will cut the hole for you. Don't worry about that. What do they do? They get a hold of you?
Yeah. So they can either reach out on Facebook. I just posted some things on Facebook and our website. So we have Wenatchee Valley 4th, spelled out, is our website. Wenatchee Valley 4th with the number is our Instagram and our Facebook. Or if you know me, just reach out.
Okay. Yeah, send her info at Impact Events?
Yep.
Is that you? Okay.
.com.
Cool. Or Kelly K or whatever it is. You'll find. Go to the website. There's a link on the website.
Yep.
Which is simple. As she mentioned before, I just Googled Wenatchee Valley 4th, and it's the first thing that pops up. Just spell out 4th.
Yeah.
That's the one
for
thing
the
to
website.
remember. And
We couldn't get the number.
It'll show right up. So, anything else we need to talk about while you're doing? I mean, the number one thing that we're pushing here is corporate
fundraising.
sponsors. As you mentioned, everybody sticks a couple bucks in this.
Yeah.
We're in. I don't have to. Not that I don't enjoy talking to you, but you don't have to do this anymore.
Right. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I'm not having to talk to me again. Or,
No. I love talking to you, Dan.
Yeah, of course
I
you
love
do.
it. I love it. I love being on camera. It's just one of my favorite things.
She hates it. She's never actually seen herself on television.
No, I don't watch it. No, I like to be behind the scenes. That's what I do. I put other people on stage. So yeah, but no, we are looking forward to a great event. We are not doing a dog event this year because it's on a Wednesday. People are working up until that night, and then maybe next year. I think it's on a Friday next year. Don't we have a leap year?
I don't know.
So it might be big again. Yeah, because it'll go into the weekend and we'll probably have a lot of visitors in town and stuff. So, but we're looking forward to a great day. I mean, last year we had fun and we had 4 downpours during the event.
I remember that, yeah. But not during the actual fireworks.
No,
that worked out
during the
pretty
day.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. It's going to be great. We just need the money to pay for it.
And it wasn't oppressively hot.
No.
That was the other night. It was actually quite comfortable.
Right. The temp was good, but the mosquitoes, we don't want those again. That was crazy.
We don't want anything about that. Once again, thanks to the Malachi and the Salcedo group of companies for being the big sponsor again, for writing a big fat check that cleared the bank. There they are. Is that a new logo?
It is.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Is that their social media gal who did that?
I don't know who made that, but yeah, that's their new company name and new company logo.
info@impactevents.com. That's Kelly's company. She will answer your email. Trust me, on any kind of inquiry about Wenatchee Valley's 4th. This had a lot of momentum. It lost a little momentum. Nothing from you. I mean, it wasn't your fault. But we need to get this thing to the point, as I mentioned at the start of this conversation. We can fund this to the point where you give it all to Beth Stipe. Well, not Beth personally. Her fine organization, the Community Foundation of North Central Washington, goes into account, and then she can make that money grow and sustain. And even as expenses rise, and they have been rising, the investments that they make, and they're very smart people about this, will stay abreast and stay with the actual costs of doing this thing. Then we never have to do this again.
Right. Yeah, that would be great. And that was our goal in the very beginning when Shiloh and I first took it on. But of course, the first 2 years it did it, we had at least 25 in the bank every year, and almost had enough to just pay for the event in its entirety. So yeah, that would be really nice. It is the hardest part of the event, and I don't like asking for money. Don't want to be that person. There comes Kelly Kennedy. She's looking for money. It's never for myself.
No, of course not. Except for when you buy a crate of these things for the family to eat.
I should get a discount, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should. Again, get a hold of it. She'll make up as many of these things as you need to. She'll cut the hole, and all you got to do is, this is what you have to do, business. That's it. That's all you got to do, and then you'll come around,
Pick 'em up.
a couple times a week and
Yeah.
grab the dough, and
Yeah.
you can even just put your small change in there.
Right?
So
Take whatever.
yeah, because my small change, I just put it in a jar when I get home and I never touch it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I have a jar.
Someday you can go on a vacation.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Or you could fund the whole 4th of July for us. That'd be
There you
great.
go.
How big is your jar?
It's pretty big, and it's just full of I don't do change.
Just coins.
Yeah, I take it out of my pocket and I dump it in there.
Yeah.
So, and now, of course, in this debit society, we don't even have change anymore.
I know. Now dollar bills are going in a jar.
Yeah. I'll put my card in. There you go. Yeah.
We do have a QR code for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the information we talked about is on WenatcheeValley4th.com. Spell out fourth. It simplifies things. And come back and see me again, and we'll do another push when it happens.
All right.
If we need it.
Well, it'd be great to say that we made it.
That would be.
Wouldn't that be great?
Would
Let's have
that
a
be?
celebration broadcast.
That way you can just plan on the nuts and bolts that you have to plan on and not have to come on my show and get people to put crowbars in their
I'm
walls.
begging.
Yeah. It's always good to see you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Say hi to the family. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at Boswell's. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature base recliners and ottomans, and cross base recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop Boswell's, 2915 Easy Street in Wenatchee.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, late for a meeting.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Did you know that nearly 50% of pet poisoning cases involve human medications and prescription drugs? Sometimes the culprit's a curious dog, but cats get into their share of trouble as well. Other times, pet owners mistakenly give their pets their own medications that are safe to people but toxic to their pets. Dr. Shauna Baez and her staff care about your pets. Go to pawsandclawsvh.com for a complete list of medications to avoid or call 888-PAWS.
Have some fairly threatening clouds overhanging the Wenatchee Valley. Still sitting at 55 degrees, haven't moved. We'll warm up, and the clouds are supposed to thin out and move away, but a pop-up thunderstorm, which has kind of been hovering around the last 3 or 4 days, even though we've had some beautiful weather. It looks like it's been real threatening, but it's been missing us. I'm going to give you those details in just a little bit. First things first, if you signed up for Winning Wednesday yesterday, a $25 gift card from the Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue and 2 movie passes for some basin theaters, the Liberty here in downtown Wenatchee or the Gateway out there in Old Station. Haven't done the drawing yet, so here we go. As you can see, we have our award-winning plastic red box here. I'm going to mix them up and close my eyes so it's all on the up and up here. Had a lot of entries. A lot of people want to apparently have free food and a free movie. And the winner of this week's Winning Wednesday drawing is Conflon Snurr. Oh, I did it upside down again. Tracy. All right, Tracy, I'll be getting a hold of you. Congratulations, Tracy. You got yourself dinner and a movie on us. And second prize is random email addresses from about 75 people. All right? No, we won't do that. Congratulations to Tracy. We will do Winning Wednesday again next Wednesday because, well, it's Wednesday and that's what we're supposed to do around here. Talked about those threatening clouds that pop up late in the afternoon as the earth heats up. Of course, we're getting longer days. It's 15 and a half hours of daylight today. And every day you've noticed the big clouds kind of bubble up but we haven't had any thunderstorms or even any significant rain. Some locations have. They had some good-sized rain up in the Omak-Okanagan area, also on the Columbia Basin. But we've been avoiding those late afternoon thunderstorms, but there's still a possibility. So I want to give you this one more little heads up. Just if you're going to be out and about, especially if you're going to be camping in the great outdoors in the Cascades, the northern Cascades specifically, Omak, Okanagan, Methow, Mazama, Twist. But if you're going to go out and do some camping over Memorial Day weekend, and even up the ante at, there is a possibility of those pop up late in the afternoon thunderstorms. So you just keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the sky every once in a while, even though for the most part it's going to be really nice. Best chance, by the way, for a pop up thunderstorm